Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to some more Space Engineers. And if you don't want to see Space Engineers, then wait till tomorrow, because I will have another Star Trek Legacy video produced going up tomorrow. I just have to make it first. But, firstly and foremostly, I want to say that I woke up a few days ago and was shocked to see that my channel now has over 3,000 subscribers. That number is incredible. The amount of people who are with me on this journey through making videos, it just never ceases to astound me, and I thank all of you deeply for taking the time out of your day to watch the videos and the content that I produce, and I really hope that you're enjoying them as well, because I do put a lot of work into them, and I don't monetize my videos. I have no plans to. It's just something I do for fun. You know, I just want to create something. And that's actually also why I'm attracted to games like Space Engineers, because you get to create things. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here with me. Those of you who have always been here, and those of you who are new to the channel, it is amazing to have you here with me and watching the things that I do and experiencing it all at the same time. I never in a million years thought that 3,000 people would find my content interesting enough to want to subscribe, and that I would actually have that many people, or at least a portion of that many people, consistently watching my videos. It is, as I've said, I've run out of adjectives. It is amazing. I am stunned, and I am thankful, and just I'm really happy that you guys are here. So I think I have said what I should say about that. I don't know what more I can add that would be meaningful other than repeating myself, because it's just, those same emotions don't change. Now, the reason why I am in Space Engineers and not Star Trek Legacy right now is because, first of all, I've released a couple Star Trek Legacy videos previous to this. I wanted to add in Space Engineers again because I want to kind of have I've decided I want an even mix of Space Engineers and Star Trek Legacy. I know this is mainly a Star Trek Legacy channel, but I love this game. I spend way too much time in it, and I thought that why not show you guys what I build after I've spent all this time in it. So I want to share my ideas with you. So this ship, you've seen my guided missiles before on my J-72 strike craft. I don't know why I just made air quotes with my fingers. No one can see that. You've seen my guided missiles on that ship. I had 4 of them. I decided it was time to make a better fighter. Not necessarily something more durable, but something that looks more like a fighter, is faster, and just has a little bit more reliable firepower and more systems. As you can see from my cockpit here, I have a bunch of things that say system off, system shut down, a bunch of panels, and that's because I'm running scripts on this ship. This is the J-73. I didn't really call it a strike fighter or a regular fighter, but I guess it's kind of a strike fighter. It kind of has an Su-25T feel to it. You attack targets from long range, or you bomb them. It has 2 of the, you can't see them from here, 2 of the guided missiles from my J-72 fighter, and 2 unguided bombs. And I'm using them with merge blocks, and I've recently learned that I could actually fit more things on the ship's wings if I used rotors, because I can detach the rotor heads, which could have warheads attached to them, and but that's another story entirely. How about I show you what the ship looks like? So this is it. We have, well, first of all, it's entirely hydrogen powered. That's probably not the best thing, but it is what I chose. We have 2 large hydrogen thrusters in the back, a bunch of little ones pretty much everywhere. We also have, if we go inside, nope, that's the wrong button. If we go, oh dear, if we go inside the ship, there we go. I remember how the controls work now. We also have a camera right here for the guided missiles. Instead of the 5 we had on the J-72, we only really need 1, and the script can work with 1. So I just copied and pasted the script in. So that's the same. We have a bunch of gyros. We have internal thrusters. Not here. Not there. Over here. Here are the internal thrusters. A little bit more forward and back thrust, and it does help. We have 1 large reactor, quite a few batteries stashed somewhere. Right here. And let's see. We have an LCD for the timer for the missiles, though I recently discovered I could just use a blocks custom data to keep track of that as well. I don't need an LCD. We have an alarm for when we're arming things to let me know, oh, I've pushed a button. Let's see. Let's go to the outside. We have 3 Gatling guns on the nose. We have 6 rocket launchers under each wing. Here's that bomb I mentioned, and here is the missile. I have slightly changed the configuration so it detaches this way instead of having a merge block at the back, because the missiles used to just end up glitching out when I would release them at high speed. Here is a small cargo container to access the ship's cargo, or we have a connector right underneath. Alright, so what are all these cool things inside the cockpit? I'm glad you asked. Even if you didn't, I'm going to tell you. We have, if we go to this button, and hit button 5, turns everything on. Okay, we have all kinds of systems readouts here. We have in the middle, on the right-hand side, the GPS, which updates as we move. We have on the left side our elevation angle, our horizontal angle, not our offset like I did in an earlier script. And we also have, let's see, on the left-hand side we have thruster status. We have N for nominal for the hydrogen tanks, H1 through H4. We have no target on our target display. We have nominal status on our Gatlings and rockets, and below the V, BBV stands for velocity missile, bomb, velocity missile. And when I detach, let me just detach one. There we go, it turns into an X, so we have released that missile. It is, yep, not attached, but I'm going to try to reattach it. There we go, and there it is. It is, oh no, I lied to you. I have lied. There we go, now it's attached. Okay, I don't know why I got confused there. Probably because it sensed that there was a merge block nearby. But it seems to work pretty reliable when detaching, and once it is attached, it shows up. Same for the bombs. We have reactor status on our right-hand side. It's kind of hard to see. Let me try to get a good close-up view. We have reactor, battery, and current battery charge. Now also, one thing I may change with this ship is that there are also batteries on the weapons themselves, which are turned on even when the weapons aren't armed. So the batteries on the bombs and missiles are actually helping to power the ship. So I don't know how I feel about that. I might change that so they're off until I hit the arm button. That would make more sense anyway, but I just haven't gotten around to it. We have 2 spotlights. What other neat things are there? So, oh, let me show you some of the features of these displays, other than the fact that they say nominal or damage when things are damaged. So let's say I ended up, I don't know, let me get my elite automatic rifle out here. Let's say I shot one of the Gatlings. It is on fire. Now look at this screen. It has turned red. Gatlings are showing as D, damaged. Rockets are still N, everything's still attached, but if anything is damaged, the screen turns red. Likewise, I'm running a similar thing with the thrusters, so if I, let's see, if I removed a thruster, so if the thruster is missing or damaged, that screen turns red. Thrusters damaged, you can just make it out on that screen, it's kind of blurry. But yeah, thrusters are damaged, however the hydrogen tanks are still showing fine, H1 through H4. If, let's say, I probably shouldn't shoot the hydrogen tanks because, you know, explosions. But if I removed one, so let's try to remove one. I don't know. Uh-oh, I'm hitting buttons. That was not the button I wanted to hit. It's probably fine. Okay, placement mode. We aren't in mirrored mode, so I should be able to just. Yeah, I deleted the hydrogen tank. Oh, hydrogen 1 is missing. And let's actually say I did shoot one. I don't think it's going to explode, but we can find out. So let's say I did. There we go. It's having problems. If I did shoot one, we have missing. Number 3 is damaged now. And H2 and H4 are still nominal. Now, the only problem I have with this design so far, I may refine it further, is that if the connection is broken to the thrusters, and the thrusters are off. It doesn't show up as damaged here. So I could have just the entire interior of my ship could be gutted, but the thrusters could still all be there and not broken, and I won't get any warnings. Now, I do have a slightly different version of this running on one of my other ships that would give me a warning, but it also just wouldn't quite be compatible with this, because every time I turn a thruster off, it would also give me a warning. So, you win some and you lose more. What else is there? Reactor, battery charge. It's the same deal. If anything is missing or damaged, the screen turns red. Let's spawn a less broken variety. I guess I must have hit the release button on that missile. Okay, let's do J73. I also have a whole bunch of other projects I'm working on. I'm currently working on a ship-to-ship communication system that's actually kind of functioning. I just have to tweak some things in it, but I should get that done pretty soon. Alright, so we have the exiter here. I'm not going to demonstrate it. Well, actually, no, I am going to demonstrate it moving. Hold on, everybody. Okie dokie. Let's aim this way, away from the gravity well. We are currently above the moon of Mars and Space Engineers. I don't know, 21. Let's go 21 meters per second, and let's also set the owner to nobody. Okay. Okay, let's turn off the gear, turn on the lights for dramatic effect. Go to menu 4, button 5, systems are fired up and running. Okie dokie. Let's get beneath it. Kind of. Alright, let's make sure that is on. Okay, we're gonna just stop about there. And we're going to lock target there. Takes a second to lock. Target is locked. Now maybe it'll hit. Usually they hit. Okay, it is away. Let's view this through the camera. It's going. It's going. Doesn't accelerate the fastest. It's best to aim these things from behind, but I think it's going to impact. There it is, a nice round hole in the bottom of the ship. You can see the interior of main engineering. Let's get another lock. Okay, we have a lock. Let's do this. Missile away. It's going. Oh, it's going to hit. I don't know where exactly, but it is going to impact. Come on. There we go. Nice hit there. So there are some issues with the missiles hitting things perpendicular to the ship, and that's to be expected since they don't calculate everything quite in real time. They plan a couple seconds ahead, and then they adjust their course, and sometimes it doesn't quite line up with what the target is actually doing. So target's moving 20, 30, 40 meters per second. Usually they'll hit, especially if you're ahead or behind. The ship, like from this angle, probably wouldn't be a problem. If I was directly behind, wouldn't be a problem. If it wasn't moving at all, definitely not a problem. It switches to GPS targeting. Alright, well I did have to modify my ship a little bit, that's why the video just cut, but now I think I should be ready to demonstrate to you, or demonstrate for you, the power of the wing-mounted bombs on this thing. So, let's see, that's gonna turn that off, and we're gonna arm our bomb on our second weapons port, so that is button 3. So now you can see there's a sensor on the side of that bomb that is now, I think it's green. Yeah, it should be green. Yeah, it's the same grid. Yeah, it's green. And once it releases, it will trigger the sensor, which will trigger a timer block, and activate other sensors, and arm the bombs, and all kinds of fun stuff. So, let's get moving at a decent clip. About, I don't know, 60. Releasing. Gonna move up a little bit. Gonna slow down. Cross your fingers. Beautiful. Okay, that is the first time that has worked in a while, because Space Engineers was being weird. I was having a problem where only that bomb on that rack, in that spot, wouldn't detonate on impact. I tried copying and pasting the other bomb onto it, removing the merge block, changing everything around. For some reason, those warheads would not detonate on impact, but I added a sensor to them, and now it explodes, which is good. Explosions are good when they are necessary. Okay, so let's spawn it in again, and we can reload this like we could the J-72. At least, I hope so. Alright, arming again. Launching. This time, let's travel with it. Hopefully it armed. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And, where is the ship? Okay, let's launch the other one now. The other side. So that's button 5, and merge block on button 6. Now that one doesn't have a problem exploding on impact. I added a sensor to it anyway. But that one never had an issue. So, as you can see, they do a decent bit of damage, especially if they're moving at a good clip. You hit a ship in a critical section like its reactors, they are not going to be there anymore. And for example, we just severed engineering's connection to the rest of the saucer. So these thrusters, I believe, are not getting any new hydrogen, because all the hydrogen manufacturing is down there. Unless, maybe I did... Actually, yeah, no, hold on. I'm incorrect in that there's no new hydrogen. I did put H2 generators on the inside of the saucer. I remember that's one of the features of the Ambassador class. I made it a little more redundant with its thruster systems. So its propulsion will not go offline, but it is diminished. Okay. Alright, so I think that is all I have to show you from this ship. Again, you can see all the displays doing their various things. We have 2 X's where the bombs were. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to target it with the, let's see. Let's target this exact spot. More or less. Alright, target is locked. We are broadcasting, so missiles are away. There they go, pulsating right towards the target. There you go. So yeah, sometimes the warheads don't like to explode, sometimes they do. So that is the J-73 strike craft. I am going to have a link to it in the description on the workshop. I'm going to publish it. Again, we have lots of guns, lots of rocket launchers, so really you could do some heavy damage to ground vehicles with this thing. Or stations. And other ships. Not much of an anti-fighter fighter. It's somewhat sluggish, it's heavy. Not that much heavy armor on it. But yeah, so that is the J-73. There's one other thing I want to show you guys. It's actually a game, I guess you could say. Well, actually, no, that's exactly what it is. Let's go to the surface. So first of all, if we come down here, this is unrelated to what I was talking about. If we come over here, you can see there is this light blue haze, kind of an atmosphere. And for those of you who did not know, you can fly atmospheric vehicles on the surface of this moon. So isn't that cool? Oh, I just realized I have no downwards thrust. Yeah. But the atmosphere only extends a little bit. You want to go pretty slow. But it does work. And I think that is pretty cool. Okay, so what I was going to show you is... Well, actually, let me get a platform set up and I'll be right back. Alright, so the platform is all set up and I have one last thing to show you, and it is a game. In fact, it is Tic Tac Toe. So I spent quite a while putting this together. It took the better part of a day. I've been updating it and revising it ever since. Actually, just today, I changed a few things to make it a little less buggy, and I think I've actually worked out all the bugs now. I mean, I thought that before, but now I'm pretty certain. So, obviously it says Tic Tac Toe. We have the display here, which correspond to the position of the X's and O's by me. Here's the reset button. So let me just show you how this works. You push the button, all the buttons go dark, and X goes first, so an X pops up. Then, well, there's already an X on the board, so the next player has to be an O. Then an O pops up. An X, an O, and then X. And this display over here will show you when X wins, when O wins, or when it is a draw. And if one of those outcomes occurs, except I think the draw, all these buttons go dark, so no one can add anything else. Because, I mean, if it was a draw, then all of these slots would be filled and you couldn't push any buttons anyway. But in the case that there are open slots still, all these buttons go dark. You can hit the reset button. Everything turns back on, the board clears, and the way this works is, in Space Engineers, it's hard to run programs continuously. So you run them a bunch of times really quickly and have them save their data somewhere. So here, if we put an X in here and we go to the computer's custom data, which holds strings, you can see that we have a 1. X's have the value of 1, the O's have the value of 2, and 0 is just blank. And that is how this functions. So to go even further into detail, what actually happens when you push the button, well, I'm glad you asked, or if you didn't, I'm still going to explain it. We have, if I use my spectator cam over here, we have a section with 9 lights, and every time you push a button, one of those lights turns on, the programmable block is triggered, and the script runs, and the program sees which light is on and then assigns a value to the corresponding segment in the array for the tic-tac-toe board. So if it's O's turn, it'll put a 2 in the slot that fits with this light. And it does that for all of them. And no, you can't cheat and be like, ha, I'm X, so I'm going to go in O's spot. Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens. It still lights up in the back, but it sees there's already a value there. And you can't cheat, and you can't press multiple things at the same time. That used to be an issue. I've corrected that. Yeah, that is basically how Tic-Tac-Toe works. I have a separate programmable block that is for the reset. So it's 2 programmable blocks, a few timers, interior lights. Actually, I think I have a timer for each button. And couple batteries. That is all it takes. I have this version, and I have a version that uses a connector to clamp onto things, so you could dock it with a station or a ship. Both of these are in the workshop. We'll have a link to them in the description, along with the J73 if you want to check that out. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of Space Engineers. If you guys did, well then please be sure to leave the video a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more, well then please subscribe, because I do plan to record more Space Engineers in the future. If for whatever reason you guys did not enjoy the video, I do apologize for that, and I ask that you leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what it is that I can do to improve the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will find some entertainment when you watch them. And once again, 3,000 subscribers. That number is mind-boggling. I'm just speechless. I am stunned. It is thrilling to have so many of you here with me, and we can all just experience this YouTube journey together. And then that's what it's always been about. I mentioned before, I don't monetize my videos. I do this because I enjoy doing it, and I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride with me. So, as always, I am Foxtrot Delta, I hope that you guys are all having a phenomenally awesome day. And I will see you next time.